So let's all get ready because the Leica SL3 is coming and we all need to prepare $8,000. I'm not ready. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. And today, I saw the news from Leica Rumors and apparently we have a date, give or take one day. The Leica SL3 will be announced on March 7th. So in a few weeks we're gonna have the chance to go and pre-order or purchase this beautiful camera that I know it will be absolutely willing to help you whatever kind of photography you do, or video as well, because according to the specs it will be also able to record 8K videos. So why 8K? Why that much? We don't need that much. Televisions and the screens are not able to resolve 8K, and for sure the processing power from our computers is not able to process 8K, but that means that they can oversample, or maybe I should say downsample. I don't know how exactly it works. Anyway, probably they can downsample to 4K, and from the specs they say 4K 60. I assume with the crop, because the other question mark I have, and it's not mentioned in the rumors anywhere, is if this SL3 will have the same opportunity we have in the M11 to group the pixels, and so eventually to use the same sensor, always full frame, but with a lower resolution, lower megapixel count, meaning that I'm grouping the pixels 4x4 or I don't know how many by how many. So in the end you will not shoot at 60 megapixel. Always, in case you have needs for shooting in low light, you can group the pixel and shoot, let's say, at 35 megapixel, give or take any other dimension. So that will be interesting, but in the rumors it's not mentioned whether the SL3 will have this possibility or not. I think so, because it's in both the M11 and in the Q3 that are using the same sensor. So once we know that, and we know that there are no new glasses to be announced so far, but the ones that we have at the moment with the M-mount from Leica, from Panasonic, from Sigma are more than valid. And so basically we're having this brand new body, which is gonna be a bit smaller compared to the actual SL2, which is gonna have in-body image stabilization, which is gonna have face detect and probably eye and face recognition. And so basically the latest technology applied in a Leica body and able to use Leica mount glasses. So what else do we need? If you stand for image quality, so once you decide you're not going for medium format because maybe you want to be a bit more agile, so basically you're not purchasing your Hasselblads, I think this is the second option you have for image quality, because despite we all love the Leica M cameras, well, a Leica SL is more versatile because you can have more reach, you can have zoom range glasses because you're not forced to have manual focus, you can have autofocus, assist, IBIS, and all the latest technology that we are so used to have ever since Sony hit the market, and then Canon followed and implemented. Now Nikon as well is proposing a lot of good products, and then finally Panasonic and also Leica finally have all these features implemented in their cameras, meaning the IBIS. Guys, I love Lumix products oh so much, and the Lumix S5 Mark II X that I'm using is a great camera, and it's a little sister. We're all expecting to have a new Lumix announced as well, together with this SL3. So the new generation of M-mount products is coming, and it's gonna have this impressive 60 megapixel sensor. Then I have to say I was a bit spoiled by the resolution I had in my Leica Q2, because at a certain point, even if I didn't have enough reach with my glass, I started cropping in, reframing, and I have to say that if you didn't have the time to think about it properly at the very moment you're shooting, I'm not saying that this is what you aim to do. But if it happens, then you will have the chance to reframe and adjust at least the framing, of course not the composition, in post. And so with this Leica SL3, I really see it becoming, I don't know, an evergreen, because if you have the chance to purchase this camera, then probably you will keep it for life, because it will never be outdated. With 60 megapixel IBIS face detect, there's nothing more that you want to have, unless you want to hand it over to the AI. But I don't think that Leica shooters want to hand it over to the AI, especially because, as we used to say, we are all retired dentists, and so we started taking pictures and doing photography when we were still having the film era. And so at the film age, it's like there was the Stone Age, the Ice Age, and then we started shooting in the film age. So everybody coming from the film age then want to hand it over to the AI, because then it's too much, then you don't understand, then you have to trust your camera, and then you cannot be proud of the end results because you handed it over to the AI completely. So this is one of the last cameras of this generation when you still have everything in control, and a good help as well, because of course you want to have some help with the automatic white balance. Let's say you want to have some help if you want to use face detect, because maybe you are a wedding photographer and you want to be sure you are not missing any shots. The bride's eye will always be well defined and sharp and in focus, and so this is a good help, but you are still in control. So guys, if you have the chance to get this camera, I won't have the chance, at least not now, because I don't have availability of that big bunch of notes and bills at the moment. But I've never been an early user or any product. I always go 1, 2, 3 years after, when the price goes down to a reasonable price, and then I tend to keep my camera. But if you have the chance, I am sure you will love it. So let's wait together for official announcements and maybe more specs to leak, because the specs that we saw right now are absolutely exciting when it comes to photography, not so exciting when it comes down to video. But if you buy a Leica product, of course you are not into video as a main reason to exist, right? So if you got some value out of this video, please remember to like it, share it on your social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the videos to come, and let's wait for this SL3 together. Bye.